Hi guys, welcome back. What I didn't mention in my first video is regards to the article that I had read. Um, the video passed when it was titled Illuminati pulls out all stops and so on. You remember that? Okay. And then I read the article on the Lindsay Williams article on the economic collapse and the gold and silver. Okay. I assume that person wasn't a Christian. And the reason I say that, I'm not bringing prejudice or anything when I say that, is that we're living at a time, and I just listened to a video earlier today. Her name's Felicia, and she said, we really don't have any time to really fool around. And she's right, we don't. And she so earnestly, with all of her heart, is trying to lead you guys that listens to Felicia's videos. I need to link to her latest video in regards to, she had a good one on there about the mark of the beast and about wormwood. So I'll link that video to this. And well, basically, she was saying about what was going to come in the future in regards to about what the Antichrist was going to bring upon the earth. And all of this is leading up to that, where the Antichrist is coming to rule over the world. Because man has rejected God, they have rejected his son Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ that said to the Pharisees in his time, he said, you won't accept me, but he says that the one is coming you will accept. And who he was referring to was the Antichrist. And is this time that was set forth, what Jesus was saying that will come to pass, that we have to learn through this hard lesson that it was Jesus Christ that we needed all along, and not this monster that is coming upon the earth to destroy the world through hail and war and famine. Because where I left off, I was going to talk to you about the survival manual, and I'm going to get to that. I was reading here on the list basically about how the food prices had gone up on certain staple foods, and that how one expert said about the children who lived in Africa would die of the famine in that country, because the famine is so devastating in that country that so many children have died already. And this was back in 2008. The producer price index in the United States had increased at an annual rate of 7% for the last 3 months in a row. And we are starting to see huge prices taking place. Now, for example, if any of you go to Starbucks, prices for a bag of coffee has gone up 17%. And inflation, and when inflation keeps going, we're going to really head for serious problems this year. And we're seeing that even in the grocery stores right now. About prices just keep going up, like 5 cents on a dollar. I mean, they just keep going up. And Jared Bernstein, who is a former chief economist for the Vice President Joe Biden, said that the unemployment rate in this country will go below 8% before the 2012 election. And yeah, that's to encourage you guys. It's just all just a bunch of play, really. It's just try to make you. Um, well, basically, the optimists are trying to um, make you feel better about things, which they're not. They're deceiving you. So don't listen to them. Go with your own instinct. Go with your own gut instinct. What you need to do right now. Just think, if we're headed for this economy collapse, if it's what happened tomorrow, what would you do? And in fact, Bernstein said that the most optimistic forecast would be about 8.5%. And don't trust in those figures. Um, Trust in what you see and what you know. Uh, because, think of it this way. Most jobs are disappearing. A lot of the jobs are going overseas. Most of those jobs, who has those jobs, are those in China. And we don't need to be buying China's good. It's really hard nowadays. When I go to the store, I stop buying. For one thing, every time I see made in China, I've had enough of that. And that's why our economy is going down the drain, because of the big countries now. The big countries now are China, India, Saudi Arabia, Russia, and well, the list goes on. I was trying to think of some other countries, but um, their their countries are prospering while we're hurting. So that should tell you right now about what's going on with our economy. And they're doing it this way because they said that the U.S. dollar and the U.S. economy, once our economy was so strong at one point, the the global economy went very smooth just because of the United States economy alone. But now they're wanting to collapse our economy so they can bring about the one world order. That's what all this is about, and it's all been planned to bring in this one world order and the Antichrist. So I'll just leave this list for you all to read because I want to. And here's a video from RT America where the U.S. streets are full with middle class living out in the streets because of foreclosures, and unemployment has hit so high in this country. So it's coming, people, you see. It's coming, it's heading our way. And we have to best be prepared for it. Okay, this is the survival manual that I was talking about. Okay, now it's 51 pages long. Okay, and I'm not going. I know, so I can't read 51 pages. So a lot of these things are you probably have seen already about it says the America's Survival Guide, the financial collapse and the soon coming crash of the dollar. Okay, if you want to read one thing about this coming collapse, this is a good place to start. And the writing is on the wall where America is running annually at $1 trillion deficit and there's no end in sight. And you can thank the Obama administration for that. And this is just an idea what can happen in America right now under martial law. Chaos in the streets. And the best bet is to be away from the big cities when all this happens. Famine will be coming to America. It has been forewarned that famine is coming to America because of food shortages around the world. And there's just so much. See, here's the they're showing gold coins and the flaming dollar going down. And it says here that wise Americans will convert their U.S. dollars and U.S. See, they're trying to get people to invest in real money in silver and gold. And remember what I told you, what the Bible said, that they'll be throwing their money out in the streets. Um, this says there's no recovery in sight. There's a catastrophic collapse of the United States economy is certain. And they're talking about the foreclosures on the homes. Do not be fooled by optimists. Remember what I just said about don't listen to everyone that sounds optimistic. And it's all for a reason. That this economic is coming to pass. Because for one thing, it's the evil elites who had this all planned, but God knows all their plan. It says here that many respected economists believe that the United States is on the eve of a financial destruction. And this was from the Depression, early Depression, and we're heading for another Depression, one worse than the one before that. The following, let's see, they go in to talk about the Depression here. Bernanke, he's part of this plan of what's going on right now. Don't trust the bankers, the rich bankers. They're usually putting high interest rates where people can't pay it off. This mentions that remote wilderness locations would be much safer than population areas. As you see here, people like living in tents. Here we've got 2 cattle here in a remote area. So that gives you an idea, about raising animals, for a food supply. I don't know if I mentioned anything about guns. It might be a good idea to have some type of weapon to protect you from any type of danger and protect your family and all, and protect what you have basically. And because it's not going to be a pretty thing, I just want to say that it's not going to be a pretty thing out there at all. With all the riots and see, this is all this devastation, all the fires from the riots and all. It's not going to be a good sight. Now this is a very pleasant sight. This is a farm that's with a large field of vegetables, grow vegetables and crops. This is just to give you an idea, in times of during hard times, during famine. Because remember the time when Joseph was in Egypt at the time. He was in the land of plenty at the time in Egypt, where the whole of the land was in famine at that time, and his family, who sold him, or his brother sold him into slavery. He was in a prime area that the Lord had lent him at the time to save his family from famine and to reunite him with his family again. And I'm sure you remember that story in Genesis. The communities will flourish who have to protect their livestock and vegetable gardens, and always travel, work, and hunt in groups. They're suggesting, and always set a watchman about, when you live in these kinds of communities, to watch, watch over your families and what you own. Okay, I'm near the end, so I'll try to finish up, and I'll try to make it not long next time. I'm going to finish up in the next video, and Y'all take care.